Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about another interesting chapter that's called as Tughlaq dynasty and Lodi dynasty. After the death of Alauddin Khilji, there was a lot of confusions which started happening in the kingdom. There was the scramble for the power which started to happen by the nobles and as well as the rival parties who were there in the kingdom. So basically, for the power, all the nobles and the rival parties started to fight amongst each other. As this fight was happening, at that time, there was a person who was along with Alauddin Khilji. His name is called as Malik Kafur. This Malik Kafur ascended the throne. This Malik Kafur was the general as well as the slave of Alauddin Khilji, which I already told you in the previous chapter itself. So when this Malik Kafur ascended the throne, the nobles did not like. So what they did is they murdered this Malik Kafur. After murdering Malik Kafur, again there was another person who ascended the throne, who was basically the last Khilji ruler, and his name is called as Khusro Khan. So this Khusro Khan, he ascended the throne. Again, the nobles were not happy and did not like him. He ascended the throne in the 1320 CE, so the nobles killed this Khusro Khan as well. After this, the other nobles who were there in the kingdom, they had a lot of confusions. They did not know whom to bring as the next ruler. They were into a great confusion, and then they took a decision, and then they brought a person called as Ghiyas Uddin Tughlaq into the throne. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq was also having another name. He was also known as Ghazi Malik. So this Ghazi Malik or Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, he was the first ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. He came in 1320 CE. The first thing, he made the Delhi to be as his capital. When he made the Delhi to be as capital, he renamed the Delhi into a different name. He gave Delhi a different name, and that name is called as Tughlaqabad. So this Tughlaqabad name came after the Tughlaq dynasty. He started doing a lot of good things for the people. He started to do a lot of welfare things also for the people. So he wanted to conquer most of the places. For this reason, he started to have a military campaign against one of the ruler. So he wanted this military campaign. Basically, he wanted to defeat one of the ruler. Who was that ruler whom this person wanted to defeat? He wanted to defeat Pratap Rudradev. So what this Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq did is, he actually started a military campaign against Pratap Rudradev. He defeated him. This Pratap Rudradev basically belonged to a place called as Warangal. After defeating Pratap Rudradev, Warangal was being taken over by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. The next what he did is, he moved towards the Bengal, and then he took over some parts of Bengal after defeating as well. And he started ruling those parts of Bengal attaching to his particular kingdom. He also understood that there were a lot of corrupted nobles and officials in his particular kingdom. So for this, he wanted to take some action. So what he did is, he took out all the corrupted nobles and he appointed the honest officials or the nobles in his kingdom, so that everybody can work together to enhance his particular kingdom. And he started collecting the land revenue from the people. So land revenue was a kind of taxes which was being paid by the people during those days to the king. So how did he collect the land revenue? So it was 1/3 of the produce. So anybody who produces anything in their particular land, they had to give 1/3 of their produce to this Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. So he collected the taxes from the people in the form of land revenue. He also had the judicial department and also the police department to be reformed in his kingdom. Basically, this was for the welfare of the people. He also started digging the canals for the purpose of irrigation for the common people in his particular kingdom. He also laid out a beautiful garden in his vicinity, that is in his surrounding. So all the beautiful gardens was being laid out in his surroundings near his kingdom. And he also started constructing the fort for the welfare of the kingdom and also for the people, basically to keep away from any kind of attacks to be happening to his kingdom. After doing almost so many things, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq one day passed away. So Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq passed away in 1325 CE. After his death, his son came into throne and his name is called as Muhammad bin Tughlaq, or whom we also call as Juna Khan. We actually call him to be as the Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So in the next class, I'll be talking to you about Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq or Juna Khan, who is the son of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Hope this video was really very useful to you all. Thank you for watching my video. Please like my video, share it and subscribe it. Thank you very much.